The GOP candidate, Larry Elder, was on the Piers Morgan show, and he said some of the dumbest SH you would ever hear. He was defending the murderer of young Trayvon Martin. I'm gonna play his video and I'm gonna do some commentary on the things he said. But just by me reviewing some of it, and I didn't listen to the whole 2-minute clip yet, so I'm gonna be doing this. It's gonna be like a live. I'm gonna be doing my commentary as we go. But just from the little pieces I heard, it's like, wow, where do we find these kind of people at? Where do we find these kind of Negroes at? You talking about cooning? This is not cooning. We need another word for this. We're gonna have to find a word for Larry Elder at the end of this video. Because cooning is too good of a word. He can't have the word cooning. That's not gonna get it. All right, let's get on with the video.
Question: do you think that Rachel Jeantel is stupid?
I think that I would rather have a George Zimmerman living in my neighborhood, and maybe if George Zimmerman were living in my neighborhood, we'd have fewer Oreo Castros. I thought we wanted people to be proactive.
That wasn't the question, Larry.
Say something. I know, I'm answering something different that ought to be answered.
Could you just answer my question?
George Zimmerman like he's some sort of criminal. He's not a criminal. He's
George
a guy
Zimmerman
who cares about his neighborhood.
He said he would rather have George Zimmerman living in his neighborhood, and that people are treating George Zimmerman like a criminal. He hunted a 17-year-old young man down, an unarmed young man, and shot him while he was doing neighborhood security. A smaller young man that, if anything, he could have grabbed him up, but he shot him. And you listen to this Negro say that he'd rather have a person like that in his neighborhood. I don't know if he got kids or not, but what if you got a 17-year-old black son, Larry Elder? Let's continue.
Dead, an unarmed
teenager. He's a neighborhood watch guy. Don't you want people who are proactive? And there was crime in that neighborhood, Pierce. I live in South Central.
There wasn't crime from Trayvon Martin in that neighborhood.
The burglar bars are not on there because of George Zimmerman. They're on there because of the minority of thug in the community that's messing up everybody's image and reputation. This is why people profile. Instead of being angry at George Zimmerman, be angry at the minority of the thug who's committing these kinds of crimes.
Okay, if I can jump in again.
He said he lives in South Central, and it has nothing to do with George Zimmerman. It's because of the thugs in the neighborhoods that make things the way they are. So everybody in the neighborhoods are thugs? Everybody is not a thug. It couldn't be. I did a show, way back, where I counted the number of gangs in Los Angeles compared to people that aren't in gangs. The number's super duper low. It's not even like it's not half. It's not even 1/4%. The numbers were really, really low. I don't have my notes in front of me, so I can't go right to the numbers, but the numbers were really, really super low. The numbers of gangs and the numbers of regular civilians it's not even equal. It's more civilians than gang members. The civilians can actually run the gang members out of the communities if you really want to be real with it.
So just to clarify though, Trayvon Martin wasn't committing crime.
It was an unfortunate incident. Two people had preconceived notions about each other. It never should have been happened. Doesn't make George Zimmerman a criminal. I used to work in the DA's office, Pierce. I'm telling you, it was a dog case, a reasonable doubt case. Nobody I know would have filed the case.
Yeah, we disagree on it.
Piers Morgan even told this character, Trayvon Martin wasn't doing any crime. He went on to say it was two different people that viewed each other in a different light. That's basically what he said. And that's dumb as hell. When everybody knows the story. It was one person that hunted another person down. And I just don't get it. And for him to talk that way when it comes to a 17-year-old child doesn't make no sense. Because you're talking about a teenager. And that is bad. That's really bad on this guy's part. And he's black and acting like he has never seen any racism toward black people, or like nothing racist has ever happened to him. And that would be a lie. And especially him saying, I live in South Central. So we know for sure you've been profiled and everything else.
About that. I think it's completely wrong.
Obviously.
That George Zimmerman should get no punishment at all for killing an unarmed teenager.
He's got serious punishment. He can't go anywhere. Are you kidding? He's a marked man.
What?
He's going to be sued civilly. He will never have a moment of peace. He killed somebody. Morally, he's got to deal with that, Piers. He recognizes that. He's not a
Larry, if I may
he
respond.
recognizes what he did.
I may respond.
He said he's already getting punished for killing Trayvon Martin because he can't go where he wants to go. He's being sued in a civil case. He's a marked man. What? Didn't just a few years back they seen him at Miami Beach somewhere? So how is it he can't go where he wants to go? That's a lie in itself. And still to think that it's an injustice for Mark Zimmerman is I'm telling you, it's way out. And that's why this Larry Elder, it's no way you can sit and say that he's cooning. What he's doing is bigger than cooning.
Sure. You know, some people would say that he's got it easy compared to Trayvon Martin, who he killed. So much as people feel sorry for George Zimmerman not being able to lead the life perhaps he wished he could, at least he can lead a life. At least he can lead a life.
Nice to have had a George Zimmerman in Cleveland and maybe already.
I don't want George Zimmerman doing my neighborhood watch patrol. No, I don't. I've got 3 teenage sons, Larry. I don't feel comfortable having somebody like George Zimmerman marching around as some wannabe vigilante, armed with a gun, potentially killing my kids as they come home from a store with a bag of Skittles and a can of soda. No.
And that's, you know, when the shit is really a shame and you should be ashamed, when you have a white man up here telling you that, no, I wouldn't want Zimmerman living in my neighborhood. But here your black ass is talking about, yeah, well, you need a person like Zimmerman in your neighborhood, in Ohio and whatnot. Huh? He's so far past cooning, he won't even listen to the white man. That's why I say he's doing something that's bigger than cooning. Family, we got to come up with a new name for Negroes like this. And it can't be cooning. Could it be, no, we don't, soft shoeing? Nah, not soft shoeing. Maybe the whole bootlicker. But yeah, it's even bigger than bootlicking. He's doing more than bootlicking. We're going to come up with one. We're going to definitely come up with one. Because this shit right here is unacceptable. No remorse for black teens. Definitely, we know it's no remorse for black people, period. You don't even have a conscience. The white man, Piers Morgan, got more of a conscience than you. And that's crazy. And look at his face. He's mad. He's mad as hell. He's got to be something. And it's not a coon. He's probably not even black. He might be wearing blackface, family. He might be wearing blackface, but he's terrible with it. His family should be ashamed of him. I know his mom and them somewhere, if they living sitting on the couch going, what's wrong with this boy here? You got slaves rolling over in their grave listening to this shit that he's saying. And it's bad. It's really bad. I'm going to put the link to the full video in the description so you guys can just hit the whole 2-minute video without my commentary. But yeah, we got to come up with a name for this. cooning at its greatest, the greatest coon ever heard, maybe that'll be it. But with that, I'm going to say this is the news in you. North, east, west, south, unite from every alley in Cali, intersection and back street. Subscribe to the channel and hit the thumbs up on your way out the door.
I'm not who you think I am. Your perception is a lesson with a fail grade on it. Steady living life like I would never see the morning. True shit, man, I'm more than pain, I'm more than stain on sidewalk, I'm more than black skin on my face. Destined to be great, gotta elevate mind. Elevation is the game that I gotta play, gotta win, gotta find escape to a better